a look at this. Today's official high temperature, 100 degrees.
Yeah, so we are talking about 100 degree plus with the temperatures. And then
What's up, fam? Welcome back.
Degrees. We haven't had
We're
100
at Big
yet.
John's Backyard Barbecue and Grill. Giving on to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, none of these things are possible. Look, I got quite a bit planned today. Yeah, man, it's that time. It's that time to put in a little work, do a little something, keep my juices flowing, and keep being about that business. Hope all of y'all doing well. This is your first time hanging out with me. Do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. You want to learn how to cook, to smoke, barbecue, grill, bake, you name it. Everything's going to be here on the queue. You just got to push that button, man. Push that button, subscribe, hit the bell, be notified every time I drop. And you're going to learn some, my timer just went off. You know what that means? It means my smoker is ready. I got the Traeger out. We got a whole lot on the plate today, man. We got some short ribs, beef ribs, oxtails, and some butt. Gotta like the butt, right? That's some pork butt. We're gonna turn it into some pulled pork, man. We're gonna do our thing the way we're supposed to do it. So hang with me, get everything seasoned up, and then we're gonna get everything out on the smoker. I'm gonna go through the whole process. I'm gonna season everything up. I'll let you see everything I'm seasoning. Well, almost. You gotta have some secrets. You can't tell it all. The rest is gonna be up to you. Why? Because it's about imagination. It doesn't matter what anybody does or how they do it. You gotta figure out what you wanna do, the way you like to do it, until you master whatever it is that you're doing. Flavor profiles, all those things is up to the pit master, the chef, the cook, the baker, whatever you wanna call it, but just know that you too can cue. All you gotta do is get into a creative mind, a creative spirit, and begin to create. So that's what we're gonna do. Grab my seasonings, put it all together. My smoker is ready to go. Watch me take something ordinary and turn it into something extraordinary. God bless. Stay tuned. All right, first thing up is the pork butt. We want to get this seasoned all up. It's been soaking in onions and beer overnight. Once again, you can pick whatever you want, man. When it comes down to how you want to brine or do that thing, you can pick whatever you want to pick. So we're going to start with a seasoning. We're going to do some black pepper, and we're going to hit the whole thing. We're gonna leave the onions on it. Hit these sides. Take some paprika. La paprika. And all of this stuff is gonna help produce the bark that you want. Now I don't rub mine around. I just season it and just let it lie. You know, I could have added some mustard to it, but since it's already wet, we're just going without it on this one. But you can add mustard, any kind of binder that you want to put on it will be okay. Once again, it's up to you. You figure this thing out. A little season all these seasoning shaking. Cause you to sneeze up in here, so I'm trying to hold on to my sneeze. Then let's go with the Kansas City rub. Sriracha I'm gonna put on it, but I don't have it. The main thing is gonna be this Kansas City rub. That's what's gonna coat it. I'm gonna put the sriracha on it though. I just gotta get it ready. I haven't opened that one yet. Yeah, man, that's it right there. Fully seasoned up. Once you get it all seasoned up, flip it. flip it, and I'm gonna open this one up. Once again, you gotta figure out what you're gonna do with it, but I'm doing this one for a reason, and I'll show you. So they call it scoring. Don't ask me why I'm scoring it, I have no idea. It's just called scoring. Once again, I'm not a cook. Well, I'm not a professional, put it like that. A lot of things that we do without knowledge, we do by feel. And it feels good. It feels good, yeah. Y'all know that old Tony. For those who are old enough anyway. Paprika. We already got the size, so we really ain't got to worry about that. And I'm telling you, man, you can put whatever you want. You figure it out. You figure it out, you make it happen. And before I put that on there, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab some pineapple slices. Yep. Pineapple slices. And I'm gonna stick these pineapple slices right up in there, just like that. Get them down up in there. Let them pineapple juices kind of marinate in that smoke and all that good juiciness. Coat it with the Kansas City rub. And when I say coat, y'all know what I mean, coat. I don't want to see no meat. I don't want to see the pineapple. Get these sides again, they look a little light. Look a little light. All right, we're gonna let that sit for about 10 minutes and we're gonna put it on the smoke. All right, so real quick, we gotta do the oxtails and the beef ribs. We're gonna coat with mustard. Beef doesn't take a whole bunch, like I said, but once again, you can do whatever you want, but beef, salt and pepper will always get you. This time I'm gonna do a little bit of garlic and herb with it. So oxtails, we're just gonna get something nice and quick, get a good little binder on them, just to get all of the good stuff sticking to them. Now, I am time crunched again, simply because my car is not available, so I've been ripping and running. So we're gonna get, now these beef ribs are gonna smoke to the completion. The oxtails that we do here, they're gonna just do 2 hours of smoking, because I gotta make dinner too. So I'm cooking for y'all and I'm cooking for the family, and I gotta make dinner. So we're gonna get a good 2 hour smoke on here to get a nice smoke ring in them and get that smoked flavor. We got cherry wood on the Traeger today. So we're gonna get that good smoke ring, good smoke flavor on them. This and the short ribs that you saw. Minimal seasoning. We're going for the steak seasoning, which is generally salt, pepper, granulated sugar. Boom. I know you saw one of them. Once again, it's hard doing a one-man shoot, but you gotta do what you gotta do. If things were always ideal, everybody would be perfect, but they are not. And since they are not, you have to operate according to that. Don't let nobody hold you back. Whatever you can get done, you get done. And then whatever happens, happens, but at least you didn't stop. Nobody stopped you. I always say, one man don't stop no show. One woman don't stop no show. You gotta be so gender specific nowadays. But the reality is, you can get it done. You gotta figure out a way how to get it done. And I trimmed up all of these oxtails. Quick little seasoning. I said I wanted to do a little bit of garlic herb also on the beef ribs. Shake a little bit of garlic. Just want to make sure every piece of meat is covered. If not, while you seasoning it, all you gotta do is turn it over to examine it real quick. There we go. There you have it. Let me finish getting everything on the grill or the smoker, put it on the Traeger. That's it. Let me get this stuff down on the Traeger and let the smoke do what the smoke does. And remember, you too can what? You too can cue. All right. Let me show you what a fully looked grill looks like. Beef ribs up top. Oxtails. Short ribs. Pork butt. That's it. I won't open this thing again until 2 hours has passed. Whoa. What's up, fam? Yeah, well, y'all know what time this is, right? It's time to sit back and chill in the rocking chair. I'm getting old. Got the stuff, everything's on the smoker, man. So, you know, we're going to smoke for 2 hours. Don't open the lid. Every time you open the lid, you got to add cook time to it. But when you're getting that initial bark and that initial ring, you can do it for 2 to 3 hours. Just depending on what you want to do. The only reason why I'm doing 2 hours on this one is because I need to pull the oxtails and the short ribs off so I can prep them for the Instapot. I love it for its efficiency. So that's going to be dinner. So I'm going to take the oxtails and the short ribs and some onions and some potatoes, and we're going to throw all that up into to the pot, make some rice, go over it, and that'll be dinner. I don't know when this pork butt will be ready. Generally, I wanted to get to 165. I'm not going to do a straight smoke the whole way because I am starting so late in the day. Last time I did that, y'all know what happened. I was up to 1 and 2 in the morning. With a pot roast, I didn't think the pot roast was going to take me that long. But once again, it's trial and error. You got to figure that thing out. So if I'm going to do the same temps, I got to make sure I get it on early. Well, this pork butt or shoulder, whichever one you get, you want to get to 165. Once it gets to 165, then you're going to want to wrap it and braise it, put it back on the smoker, which may take another 2 to 3 hours. You wanted to get to that internal temp of about 205, 210, somewhere in that range. So when you take the probe and you push it into the meat, it shouldn't have no give to it. It should be just like going in water, just straight butter. You shouldn't have no tug, no pull going in or coming out. That's when you know it's ready. If you don't have all of the temperature monitors and stuff like that, which reminds me, I got a new one. I ain't put it in there. Yeah, I got some more gadgets, man. You got to have a Reverend Big John's Backyard Barbecue. You just can't just, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right, man. Now your wife may not be so happy about all these things coming from Amazon, but hey, especially if you don't have a whole bunch of subscribers to support your habit, which I don't. I have about, what I got about right now? So I don't know, somewhere between, I think 30, maybe 30 subscribers, which is a blessing. Don't get me wrong, but it don't pay the bills. One of the things you always want to understand about when you smoking or grilling or even cooking, you can undercook something and you can salvage it. But once you overcook it, yeah, it's dead. It's dead. Ain't nothing else you can do with that thing. Like salmon. You just can't be, salmon is 145. Take it out about 140 and let the rest kind of go, get to the one, because once you put it out of the oven or even the smoker, it's still going to keep cooking for a minute. So pull it out so you get that nice flaky pull apart salmon or fish, whatever it is you're doing. But yeah, once you overcook it, it becomes tight and it ain't no good at all. So you want to be careful of that. So you do need some kind of digital thermometer, temperature reading, instant digital thermometer. One of those things, you're going to need that in order to perfect whatever it is you're trying to do. Until you get to, like for years, I didn't have a thermometer at all. I just did it by sight, touch, feel, look. Worked pretty well too, but I was also used to it. And the first times I wasn't, and so I messed up some stuff. But once I got it, and I know what it should look like, that kind of work. But now, I'm getting old, man. Let's take the gas out of it, put the temperature up in there. I know exactly what my internal temperatures are. So when this gets to 205, it should be ready. It will be ready. But I'll know for sure when I stick that thermometer in it. If it just goes in without an issue, we are ready. And when we're ready, you'll take that bone and you can pull that bone right out, and that bone should be clean. That's also an indicator of when it's ready. It's one of the things I used to do, back in the day. When that bone come out, lickety split, bam, it comes straight out. Yeah, you right there. That's butter. That's gonna melt in your mouth like butter. So the fat's gonna separate from the juice. So you get your fat separator, pour it into the fat separator, let it sit for a minute. Fat's gonna rise to the top, juice gonna be on the bottom. Use that button, pull it. I'll show you all that stuff. But put the juice back up in there. And if you braise it, you put more liquid up in there. So one of the things that I like to use, here's one of my secrets. I told y'all apple juice, and my spritz are gonna have apple juice in it. But this spritz today will have apple juice and beer in it. But the apple juice that I use of choice is Honey Crisp. You can use any apple juice you want because it's up to you. I prefer, when I'm doing my beef and stuff like that, I prefer Honey Crisp. Matter of fact, yeah, even my ribs, I prefer Honey Crisp. It has a certain tang, a flavor to it that I like when I'm smoking. And you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. I'm telling y'all, if y'all try this stuff, drop it in the comments. Let me know. I hope you are trying it. I hope you will get out there and do it. Like I said, whether you have a smoker or an oven, you can do both. And I'm going to show you everything that I can, man. But while we sitting here and chilling, man, hey, coming out the chat, see what's on your mind. What y'all cooking tonight? Or what time you watching this? Is it 1 o'clock in the morning? Don't you need to be in bed? No, I'm glad you're up. I'm glad you're up, and I'm glad you're watching Red Big John. So yeah, man, it's one of those things where you got to figure out what it is that you want to do. If you figure it all out and you get that down and you let that sizzle in your spirit, you're going to produce some good food, I promise you. All right, so, it wouldn't be Reverend Big John's Backyard Barbecue unless there was also a spiritual lesson, right? So here's the lesson for the day. Indecision kills. And I'm going to tell you where I get this one from. On yesterday, as I stated, so I was riding with my lovely wife. And while we were riding, I seen a squirrel dart out into the street, and a car was coming. And so the squirrel darted out into the street, and then just as he was about to make it, he decided to go back. And then he said, well, no, maybe that's dangerous. Let me go back. He did a little zigzag, but that zigzag got him ran over by the car. When that tire hit him, I said to myself, yeah, that'll preach. Why? Because that's us. If you're going to do what you got to do, once you decide that that's what you're going to do, go get it. Stop letting obstacles or danger, because, it was dangerous when that squirrel decided to cross the road. But had he just kept going, he would have made it and the car would have hit him at all. But because he saw everything that was in front of him, the obstacles, the fear, and everything just kind of overwhelmed him, that he decided maybe it'd be safer if I go back. But then when he decided to go back, he saw the other side of the car and said, well, no, that ain't safe, so let me go back. Well, so he had enough time to zigzag. So he had enough time. If he'd have just kept going, he would have made it with no issue, right? Well, that's us. Sometimes we sit there and we decide we're going to do something, and as soon as something happens, all of a sudden we get nervous, or we want to backtrack or second guess what we said, because we don't know what the outcome is going to be. But once you get started, keep going. The Bible declares that a man put his hand to the plow and looks back ain't fit for the kingdom, And so we got to stop being indecisive, because indecision kills. Whatever it is that God has laid on your heart, do it. Get it done. Stop worrying about all the other obstacles, because here's why you don't need to worry about the obstacles, because God already saw that obstacle before you saw it. So he knew what was coming. He knew the storms. He knew the trials, But he also knows the triumphs when you make it through. You know, so sometime endure the storm. So go somewhere and sit down and do what you got to do. But once you decide to make a move, make the move. Don't second guess it because now you're unsure. You know, you should have been doing all that before you decided to make the move. When that squirrel said, I need to get to the other side of the road, that was his decision. I need to get to the other side of the road. You know, he saw obstacles out there, but he knew he wanted to get to the other side of the road. So when he took off, it was an appropriate time. It just so happens all of a sudden the car got bigger and bigger. And so he decided that, hey, wait a minute, this is too dangerous. Let me go back. When he went back, he died. Stop going back because indecision kills. Amen? Let the church say amen. All right. You know I had to throw something in. All right, fam, we're going to take our first peek. Woo! Look at that. That right there looks some kind of good. Let's go with the spray. Beef ribs looking good. Oxtails. I'm only gonna hit them one time and then I'm gonna pull everything off except for the pork butt. Man, look at that, y'all. Come on, man. Don't play with Reverend Big John. All right, y'all. Round one is done. Look at them beef ribs, man. We're gonna take them off. We're gonna let them rest. And then we're gonna dig in. We're gonna have some of these puppies. Look at that boy. Tell me that puppy ain't looking good, even with the little shadow I got going on. Yeah, but it ain't even nowhere near yet. It's about 130. I got to get it to 165. All right, fam. So look, we back. We still waiting on the pulled pork, but the beef rib is ready. Da, 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 da. My baby in the background. They can't see you, but what you think?
It's delicious.
All right, let's take a bite, y'all. Oh, did you see how easy that came off there? Look at that, y'all. Look at that bite. We're talking about tender. Let me take one more, then I'm gonna get out of here and finish this. Don't have to fight it. Come right off the bone. Yeah. If you never had Reverend Big John's backyard barbecue, before you leave this side of heaven, you might want to give me a shout. You know, I just came back, y'all. I just had a thought. You know, this is better than Cherry Blacks. And I got a whole bunch. It ain't the big ones. I wish I had the big ones, the big Donald ones, but yeah, man, these came from Costco. Yeah, I might have to get me some and kind of vacuum seal them for whenever I want some. But yeah, I'm digging this, y'all. All right, y'all. There she is. 165. She ain't ready yet, though. Gonna put her in some apple juice. We're gonna wrap it. I mean, heavy. Go in the house and wrap that puppy. Yes, sir. That's beauty right there, man. That is beauty. All right, y'all. I gotta stop these late night sessions. It's midnight. I'm at about 160 and I just pulled it out and wrapped it, put it back on the grill. And so we've got to get back to temp, of course. It's covered up so the heat will move quicker. Hopefully I can get this thing done in an hour. Then I needed to set for an hour or rest for an hour. And then I'll bust it open. I'm so glad we had this time together. Look, man, it is 2:12 in the morning, and I'm going to bed. The pork is off. I just showed it to you. I'm going to let her rest the whole night because I'm not doing another thing. And we'll come back in the morning. So, good night. Look, y'all, I'm about to run out of battery. I don't know how, but I stayed up. I figured I'd get it done so I can just sleep in tomorrow. That right there is a thing of beauty. Just to pick this puppy up. Look, this thing about to fall apart. I gotta be careful just to keep it together. Look at it. It just fell apart already, y'all. Now, I would say I could bring it back, but look. And what happens is when it's ready, watch this. See that? See how clean that bone is? So let's just get the rest of this. Put it back up in here, and you can just tear it apart. Or you can take the blade. Comes with his own comes with his own chopper. This my friend. Come on, come on. Chop this up real quick. What I'm going to do is that fat separates from the juices. Pour the juices back in here. And then when one of my sons want to pull pork sandwich, they already good to go. See that smoke ring? That pink up in there? Yeah, see, I'm glad I stayed up for this. I could have let it set longer, but all right, y'all, watch this. See the fats up top? So now I can just let the juices out and keep the fat on the inside. No fat, just the juice. I am ready to go to bed. Hey fam, you know what time it is? Let me tell you, not only the time for me to go to bed, but just read Big John. Always remember to keep the Lord centered in your lives and keep your grills lit. God bless. I'll see you next time on The Q.
Take a look at this. Today's official high temperature, 100 degrees.
So we are talking about 100 degree plus with the temperatures and that heat index.
100 degrees. We haven't had 100 yet this season or since 2020.
I'm feeling hot, it's 100 degrees. Living in life, yeah, sweet. It's getting hot, it's 100 degrees. Got the water major key. We too late, it's 100 degrees. Yeah, 100 degrees. I'm feeling hot, it's 100 degrees. Yeah, 100 degrees. Packing and moving. I get to work and I'm moving, yeah. Stacking and shooting. I feel like Curry when I'm shooting, yeah.
Man, what y'all talking about, man? Straight pulled pork, y'all. It's the day after. It's the day after everything went down. Now it's time to jump on this pulled pork. We gotta take a picture though, don't we? There it is, y'all. Reverend Big John's backyard barbecue and grill. All right, fam, here's the culmination of everything. We've already had the oxtails and the short ribs. We've had the beef ribs. Now it's time to jump on this pulled pork sandwich. Y'all see all that, right? Yeah. All right, here we go. It's a wrap, bro. Yeah, that's delicious. Sorry you can't have none. But what can I do? I can't put it through the video. I can only let you watch me enjoy it. And enjoying it, I am. It's nice, it's moist, tender, good flavor. I still need to try some different stuff though. I want something that's so good that even the sandwich itself knows it's good. Is that possible? So I'm always going to keep creating, always going to keep trying to do what I got to do. But this is your first time hanging with me, do me a favor. Or if you've been watching but you ain't done it yet, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be here for a while. I'm going to show you all the tricks of the trade. Well, mostly all the tricks of the trade. I can't tell you all everything. If I tell you everything, then you don't need me anymore. But I'm going to give you a whole lot of information. So look, this Rev Big John. Always remember to keep the Lord centered in your lives and keep your grills lit. God bless. I'll see you next time on the Q. All right, go on now. Oh, get out of here.